and today we're going to look at what is the difference between science and technology. It seems like a pretty simple question, but a lot of people use these terms incorrectly. So what really is technology and how is science different from it? That's what we're going to look at today. Science, as a definition, is an exploration process that is used to gain knowledge and to explain and predict natural occurrences. So when we're talking about science, we're looking at why, how do these things happen? And we're exploring and questioning in order to gain an understanding and be able to explain these processes and what is happening in the natural occurrences, the natural phenomenon surrounding us. Technology is very different from that. Technology is the application of scientific knowledge, and in order to benefit people, us basically. If you take a look, these are all different technologies that have come about. If you think of the abacus was an application of scientific knowledge to benefit people. Calculator was a little later than that, was an application of scientific knowledge. It took the principles that we observe in the natural world, and this piece of technology was able to apply those principles in order to do something useful for us, something beneficial. The printing press was an application of scientific knowledge in order to benefit people. Prior to the printing press, all books and they had to be written and published by hand. So this was an amazing technological advance. There are lots of different technologies in medicine, different kinds of biotechnologies that benefit people and all around us. I mean, there are many technologies that you can just look around and see. Would an aspirin be a technology? Yes, it would. It is applying scientific knowledge to benefit people. So that being said, technology can be any human-made object, like a pen. That's great technology. It can also be methods or techniques for making an object or a tool, like how do you make glass? That's technology, the method or the technique for that. Technology can be knowledge or skills needed to operate human-made objects, like an airplane. Piloting skills would be technology. It could be a system of people and objects used to do a particular task, like the internet. So objects, methods, knowledge, or knowledge and skills, or systems, those can all be considered technology. Okay, let's look at different global technology needs. They're obviously different from one geographic location to another. Technological needs differ based on the time in history even. If we look at this family right here, it's a family in Mali. They do not have running water or electricity, so their technology needs will be very different from, say, this family in the United States. Oftentimes, people living in developing countries are concerned with safe drinking water and food supplies, and technology that would benefit them in these areas are going to be far more valuable to them than, say, access to the internet. So you can see how just different people in different locations are going to have far different technology needs. Industrialized countries, such as our own, would have generally access to safe water and food, and they are going to be a lot more concerned with improving quality of life. So you can probably think of some of the technology that is valuable to people in industrialized countries, and maybe make a little list of some of those valuable technologies that you find valuable. Okay, here are some factors that shape technology and determine the types of technology that end up being used. We talked about basic needs. Obviously, that shapes technology. Social forces definitely shape technology. Society is just a group of people that share similar values and beliefs. So different social forces are going to shape what people think are valuable and what's important to be developed for technology. Personal values have a lot to do with the technology that is shaped and supported. If a person values fuel efficiency and thinks that's important, they're going to probably spend a little more money to purchase a fuel-efficient car because that's a personal value for them. Economic forces definitely shape technology. What kinds of funding the federal government will allocate for any kinds of technologies, whether it's medical, defense, energy, agriculture, different research. Private foundations also contribute to those economic forces, and some contribute to different kinds of research for different diseases, or any number of different things that private foundations might contribute economic support toward. Private industries also support different kinds of technology, and that will influence which technology gets developed and which doesn't. Moral and ethical issues also will impact which technology is developed and which isn't, especially biotechnology. There are many controversial areas that laws sometimes are passed prohibiting development in certain areas. And obviously that shapes what technology gets developed and what doesn't. Here are a few advanced ideas. These are not all of the ideas that you can use. You come up with your own ideas that go above and beyond some of the things we've just discussed. But read through these, gives you a few ideas to consider. Come up with your own, and I look forward to seeing you in class.